Okay, so so sorry about that. All right, I tried a new platform there and it wasn't working, so that's fine. I'm just gonna go with what I know. So, can you guys? Exactly, Mercury retrograde. I know. I was like, why did I do this during Mercury retrograde? Okay, so you guys can see me okay and everything. The connection's well. So, okay, good. Yep. Okay, perfect. Um, gosh, how's everyone doing? We're almost at the end of Mercury retrograde. We've survived. We've gotten through, and how are you guys doing? It's been quite interesting events, and everyone's doing well and healthy, I hope. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, I've got a little bit of delay on here, but that's okay. So I'll just kind of keep talking. So um, we'll see if anyone else is going to join, but I want to obviously go into some readings, but I was kind of, thinking about some of the things that have been going on, and I just really wanted to talk a little bit about kind of the gratitude and stuff of the things that I don't know about you guys, but it's really hitting me now more than ever, the fact that there's so many things to be thankful for, and it's really, one of those things where when we give thanks for things, and more things come to us. And so it's funny because a lot of times we often try to kind of write scripts or like envision how we want things to go, and those type of things. And I'm finding it for me, and it's kind of always been that way, but my faith has been tested with that, and it's been validated that when you don't really you just sort of surrender to the flow of the universe, kind of like that, the Surrender by Michael Singer, things just work out, like, and you just have that vision of what you want, and where things are going. So it's kind of, let the universe figure out what that looks like, the details of it, and just kind of have that plan intact, and it'll all kind of work out the way it needs to. So that's kind of the things that I've been thinking about a lot lately, that's been on my mind. And so I just if there's anyone that needs to hear that, I think it's important to acknowledge that. So anyway, so let me see here. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you guys can still see me okay and everything's connecting. Is that right? It looks like is my screen frozen? It seems like it's a little, let me see here. Okay, no, it looks like, oops, sorry. Let me mute my screen here. Okay. Okay, I think it's back up. Okay, so we're good, right? Everything's good? Okay, let's see, I'm just looking at the names here. Oh, there we go. Okay, something happened. Okay, Stella, Cassidy, thank you guys for coming back on. I'm sorry about the little glitch that I had, but we're back on. So let's see, the Empress of All, Ascension and Light. Hello, OG Dawn, Shauna, Stella. Okay, okay, perfect. Dubsy, yes, we can see you. Perfect. All right. Okay, thank you guys for joining. Oh, Winnie Dubsy. Okay, yes, Winnie, awesome. Anna, hi, Anna. All right. Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of wait a little bit while others join, and just kind of while we're waiting for others to join. I do intend to do some readings tonight, so I just wanted to, I'm not gonna go for like a full 2 hours or anything like that, but any spirits, just because again, it's one of those things where I have such gratitude and stuff for my life's experiences and the way everything goes. So I always try to, whenever I feel that space, like as much as possible, while managing self-care, give it back in some way. So I wanted to jump on and do some readings here. So let me see here. Okay, Cassidy, thank you for the super chat. I will, yeah, let me connect with that message. But I would just kind of, if any of you are looking for a message and wanting to get any guidance on anything, I would just sort of call, your spirit family in, any of your guides, anything like that, and they'll kind of, whoever has the greatest and greatest need, they'll usually pop in and make themselves known. So I do feel like I have some spirits drawing in here now. So, so definitely, I feel like they're just kind of coming in here now. So, but let me see here. Let me just, I want to answer your question, Cassidy, before I forget here. So, so yeah, if you guys can just kind of call in your spirit family, and we'll see who wants to talk and has a message for whom, and we'll go from there. And I apologize if I don't get to everyone, but I definitely want to get to as many as possible. So let me see here. So Cassidy, for you, let's see. I feel like I don't know for you if you've got some stuff going on with relationships, or there might be someone that's coming in for you, or there's maybe going out. I'm not sure what, but I feel like I want to talk about some dynamics in terms of relationships for you. And I feel like this feeling of there's this feeling of kind of going into more of a space of independence, more of a just being more independent with some things. But I feel like there's a mismatch in terms of kind of the what do I want to say about this? Does that make sense? I want to keep, okay, yes, okay, because I'm like really seeing this relationship thing, and I don't know, it's so weird because I'm also seeing like a child, and I don't know what the relationship to this child is in you, but I'm seeing that's a part of this as well. So, and again, this might be future or whatever this is, but I feel like this feeling of you really finding out that it's about honoring you and who you are and what you want. And so it's funny, before I jumped on, I heard of someone say that you don't need anyone else to validate you, to tell you that what you're thinking is correct or incorrect. And I feel like specifically that's for you. I feel like this feeling of you just need to know the way that you're feeling is right. And so don't second guess that or judge that. And so I don't know if that's helpful for you, but that's what I'm getting for you specifically, because I feel like you might be kind of walking away from some things that no longer serve you, whether it's belief systems or actual relationships itself. It might be a dynamic within the relationship, but just know that you're going through a little bit of a purge there. So that's what I'm seeing on that. So I hope that was helpful. And let's see, okay. Let's see, I'm just trying to go back through. I usually try to focus on the message and then come back over here. So let's see, we've got Angie. Oh, hi, Angie. Let's see here. And then hi, Amy. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you on. We have to catch up. Deb, see, okay. Let me just, okay, perfect, Cassidy, that made sense. Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure. Okay, so just know that that's for you, and that's really, Spirit really wants to drive that home with you. Yeah, let me see here. Okay, so Debsy, let me see if there's any messages for you. I feel like, I feel like for you, this longing to, like, I don't recall, but I'm seeing a beach, like an ocean close to you. And I feel like this feeling of kind of wanting to get away. I feel like we all, to some extent, could desire that. But I feel like you're in a space of searching for some things, like wanting to, is there something more? Is there something more I should be doing? Is there something more? And it's this feeling of I literally see you looking out to the horizon in an ocean and just like calling it into your space at this time. So I just feel like for you, there's going to be some things coming in where you're kind of opening yourself up to to receiving of more, but it's only because they're telling me you've had a shift recently. Wow, that's cool. In the last 3 months, that there's been something for you where it just kind of like, you know what, I'm just not going to stay in that space anymore. It's time to kind of look towards the future of where I want to go, what I want to do, my dreams, my hopes. But it's also, there's this longing to kind of get away, take some space from where you're at, so that you can actually do that and put that together. Because I feel like you get caught in the day-to-day, and it's hard for you to kind of break away from kind of crafting your future. It's kind of like when you know, like corporations, or sometimes where they would go on retreats, and they can like, they do like you get creative, you get in the creative mind. It'll help you when you get away to get in that creative mind to think about your next steps. But there's something about the last 3 months that's been significant for you, I feel like. So I don't know if that makes sense. But that's what I'm getting. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does. I never know, it's gonna slow here, but they come in kind of quick. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Erica. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of read these, and then I'll just kind of get what else is coming in. I'm gonna actually like open up to spirit too, to see if there's anyone, loved ones, that are coming in as well. So okay, give and take with the guy I've been for 7 years is terrible. Okay. Cassidy, I would just honor your feelings about that. You don't have to, you don't have to go in any direction, but really truly be honoring who you are and where you're going. So, okay. Debsy, yes, a nice time off will be great. Okay, perfect. Okay, hi, Josh. Okay, all right, let me just see. I'm just going to kind of pull back my energy and see what we've got in terms of any spirits that are coming in. Okay, yes, and I think I saw Anna, your dad. I feel like your dad's energy is popping in. He's funny because he's just kind of standing on the side of me just to acknowledge that. And I know I've read for you. So, but his energy is standing on the side, just wanting to say hi. And it's funny because he's kind of got his arms behind his back, wanting to observe. And so I feel like it's one of those things that he's just kind of observing the situation, but he's not going to take up the message for tonight, because I feel like there's someone else here. And let me see her. I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over, but I'm trying to keep up with the message. Last few months have been a lot, but coming together. Okay, perfect. Another shift has happened. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's good. Just hang in there, Debsy, Winnie. It's all good for you. So, okay. I knew it. That's funny. Okay, Anna. Yeah, it totally. He's like, I'm just here. I love his energy, and I'm really in alignment with it. So I totally feel that when he comes in. So let me just see if there's anyone else that's coming in. And okay, really strong. I just got a younger male that's coming forward, and he's literally riding a motorcycle in. And so I feel like there would have been a connection with the motorcycle, and he literally rides in, and he takes it off, and he puts it underneath his arm. And I feel like he's coming in. I feel like there's a female that would be connected to him. There may be like an aunt or like that type of level that would be connected for him. But that's what I'm getting here. Let me just see what else he's saying here. Okay. He's also, I don't know if there would have been like an accident or something in regarding the motorcycle, or there would have been like maybe not have taken him, but there would have been at one time a motorcycle accident. Can anyone take that? This guy is just coming in really clearly, and my intent is for it to be someone on the live stream, but sometimes they'll pop in if it's someone later too, and I usually will find out about that. But does that make sense to anyone? If it doesn't, I'll just keep going. But he literally just wrote in. So can anyone take the guy with the motorcycle? Okay. For anything more that he can. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Naomi. Oh, yeah. Let me, okay. Rabib. So you're saying it's for you. Okay. Okay. So let me keep going with him here as well. Yeah. He's definitely, he's kind of, it's funny because there's something about his hair that he literally, when he takes off the helmet, he puts his hands through his hair. There's something significant about him, like, I feel like he's proud of the fact that he has hair, or there's something that he really likes about his hair, because he's kind of running his hands through his hair, like, to there's length to it. And let me see what else he's saying here. Okay. Yeah, so he is acknowledging there. I do feel there is a messy, it's messy, yeah. Yeah, he's kind of doing one of these things to it. He's acknowledging there is the love connection, but what would you understand there would be, so would you, there's an aunt that's, why would he's acknowledging the aunt, there's an aunt. So if this is connected to you, would you be connected to his aunt as well? Would you understand this? He keeps bringing up his aunt. Now, I don't know if there was something significant about his aunt recently or what would have happened there, but he keeps bringing up his aunt. Now, if his aunt's crossed, now is you're saying this is your twin flame. Is your twin flame crossed or here? Sometimes spirits will come in and they may not be crossed, but I get a sense that this man is crossed over. Would you understand that? Let me see. Yes, aunt. Okay, yes, aunt. He's here. Okay. Let me keep going, because it's weird, because the way he's coming in really strong, and that can happen, but it's usually, let me just keep going here. Okay. Okay, but would you understand? Okay, he's a spiritual master. Okay, so he has the capability too. Okay, so he knows a little bit more about energy and how to bring himself into a space. Got it. That makes sense. I would have been really confused, because not often does that happen. Okay, so he's also but you guys are not connected, right? There's a distance there. I feel like there's the feeling of you guys, it's almost like they're showing me that kind of red string of fate, where it's like you guys have the connection, but you maybe not communicating with each other. Would you understand that? I feel like there's a distance there. Okay. The way he's coming in, it's almost like his energy is crossed over, but that doesn't necessarily mean the case. That has happened sometimes, where I can connect with an individual that's still here. It might be their higher self. It doesn't, for some reason, that's been happening more lately, because people are kind of, there's a shift that's going on. But I'm not going to make them crossed over. So if that makes sense for you, I'm just going to keep going with it here. Yeah, he's definitely showing me the love connection there. But would you understand there would have been a couple instances where I feel like there would have been something from the past, and then another time where you guys, I feel like there would have been two instances where you kind of went through the relationship, and then it was separated again. There would have been a separation, because that's what I'm seeing around that. But he makes me feel like he sees the things that are going on with you. He sees the things that are occurring in your life. I don't know if that's through social media or what that is, but I feel like he has more of an active engagement with some of the things that you're doing, and ways he finds out there might be mutual friends, or there might be something like that. But that's what I'm seeing there. So I'm just going to ask him specifically what message. Okay, it's weird, because I don't do labels or anything in terms of twin flame or anything, but he is making me feel there is a more spiritual connection, and you might actually, I feel like you might actually connect deeper in dreams. Like, it's almost like this on this physical plane right now, that you don't have the physical connection that you would want, but you have it in another realm. That's kind of interesting. I guess I've seen that before, but the person was crossed over. Okay, you had past lives together. Okay, this makes perfect sense. Wow, this is crazy. I kind of haven't had an experience like this, because he's showing me where you guys, it's like you're together, and it's such a interesting. Lately I've been getting a lot of different connections in my readings, and it's fascinating. So he's probably keeping me on my toes a little bit, but so he's acknowledging that feeling of going back and forth together. And so I just feel like this feeling of eventually kind of coming back together. But I feel like there's going to take some time. It's almost like you're going to live a life here, and then it's going to come at the back end. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just feel like this feeling I do. Like, it's funny. Again, I don't do labels or anything like that, but I'm seeing this very interesting soul connection is all I can say. So, yeah, so I'll just kind of leave you with that. That's quite an interesting, thank you for that. That's quite an interesting connection there. So, yeah, because he keeps throwing out hearts. So just know that that's for you. So, let me see here. Okay, let me just see. Who else that we have here? Just gonna, okay. Okay. I have a mother energy that's stepping forward, and I feel like she would have been a mother that would have had a strong energy. I feel like she's someone who comes in very strong. She comes in like she wanted things a certain way, a certain structure. Um, and she's making me feel like a lot of times when you do certain things that you think about that, like you have to do things a certain way because this is how she would have wanted. It's funny because she's kind of coming in and straightening up things around here and making sure that that things are in line. And I, um, and I want to acknowledge that there would have been, yes, the daughter. So I feel like this would be connected to a female that's here. Does this make sense for anyone? She's kind of got a strong energy here. I feel like there's a, what does her first name start with? I'm not getting, it's funny because I was just asking her that, but I wasn't getting that really strong for her. She gives me the sense of she's the one, like, she's the one who wants to kind of say what she wants to give. Like, I can't, like, I don't feel like I can ask, I don't feel like I can ask a lot of questions of her without it being like, well, it's on her terms. And so that's what she's making me feel like. Let me just see what else she's saying here. Okay. She is making me feel like when you were younger that she would have been, there may even been a time where you had to dress a certain way, like when you would go, I don't know if this was like formal events like church or what this is, but she literally shows me like putting you in a dress and making, you know, because you were a reflection of her, and if you didn't look good, then that was not good for her. And so she's kind of making me feel like she put a lot of pressure on you to be a certain person and be a certain way. But I also feel like she did show up when times were necessary in terms of emotionally, like she's showing me kind of making chicken noodle soup or something if you're sick, that she kind of had both of those sides where it was like intense. She was just intense on both sides. Does that make sense to anyone? Okay. Yes, it's your mom. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. So that's okay. So she's acknowledging I feel like and I assume your mom is passed because I definitely get that this woman is passed. I don't know if I have another spirit that's coming in that's still here, which is possible, but I feel like this woman would be crossed over. And she's making me feel like, would you understand there would have been like a long, her passing would have, she's making me feel drawn out. So I don't know if she had the sickness for a while and then she finally passed. But she's making me feel like it would have been drawn out. Whether or not you knew, that's another story, but I feel like she was aware that she was sick before she passed, and it was some time. And I felt like she didn't kind of take it seriously as much as she could have. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I feel like she wants to, in some way, it's funny, she's kind of softening her energy, and I don't, gosh, she's very proper. She kind of is pulling out a handkerchief. I feel like that back in the day when they had the handkerchiefs and whatnot, but she's about a year. Okay. She's making me feel like she wants to kind of apologize for, okay, she said not kind of, she wants to apologize because there's a lot of things that you do that you kind of think about that in the back of your mind. Like when you've been around someone so much and you feel like, am I doing this right? It's almost like that feeling of like, I can't do anything right, so why try? And so she's making me feel like there's sometimes where you kind of have that failure to start on certain things, or you may not like the execution of things because you're really critical of yourself. You're kind of that perfectionist mentality, but she's making me feel like that's partly because of the way that she was, and that she's making me feel that it would have been one of those things where I feel like there's something you need to start all the time. Second guess. Okay. There's something that I don't know if you've started it and you haven't finished it, or you want to do it, but you have like a fear of not being perfect about it. She's making me feel like you need to do it. And I feel like this is like a business venture, or there's something, I don't know if there's like spiritual based stuff. Okay. This is, so okay. Yes. Okay, so I've connected with her before. Okay, wow. I don't remember her coming in with that strong energy, but again, it's been a long time. But yes, Oh, your YouTube channel. Okay, perfect. She was kind of making me feel like it was something like that, but there's a fear of kind of putting yourself out there or not being perfect. She's saying it's time. I don't know what's going on in your life or what this is, but she's saying this is time. She's saying not only is it time, it's a perfect outlet for you. Soul spa, my spa for, oh wow. Okay, my spa for your soul. I love it. Oh my gosh. She's saying this is a big outlet for you because she's saying that that you're in this space where you feel a little stuck. Um, you don't feel like you are able to do as much as you need to. Okay. Um, and this is your gift to the world. Like this is your way of putting yourself out there. And it's going to take time. You're not going to have like it's going to evolve over time. But there's something that you're going to do on this channel that's very vulnerable for you and putting yourself out there. And it's going to help others. And again, don't look at, she's bringing me up the story of that Magnolia Farms gal, the I can't remember her name, but she's got 2 million followers or something. And she was saying, posted recently about, she remembers a time when she was blogging about things that she enjoyed and she had 17 followers. And now she's got millions of followers. So she's saying that you just have to put yourself out there and just please don't think about the things that she said, that you're perfect the way you are, that you just do it. And so she just really wants to emphasize that for you. And she's blowing kisses right now. She's blowing kisses to you. So she just wants to acknowledge that. And I don't know if your daughter, I think you have a daughter as well. I don't know if your daughter's birthday is coming up, but she wants to congratulate your daughter. I don't know if there was something like a celebration for your daughter or it's coming up, but she's acknowledging your daughter as well. So I feel like there might be something celebratory for her. So I hope that was helpful. Let me see here. Okay, good. Okay, yep, that's her. Okay, perfect. I'm glad that thank you so much for allowing me to give you that message. So get your YouTube channel going, it sounds like, and I'm going to make sure that I am subscribed to that. So is it My Ascension and Light or is it Soul Spa? My Spa for Your Soul. Either way, I love it. That's her. Oh, yes. Okay. Right. Okay. So 21, her twin. Yes. Okay. Of course. Okay. So that's awesome. All right. Yes. Much love to you. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see here. Let me kind of go back here and see what I've missed here. So I apologize. I'm kind of, let me see. All right. Okay. Okay. Tina from Alabama. Hi, Tina. Okay, so, okay, let me just kind of see zoology. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'll write that down. That's a cool name. All right. All right, let me see whom else is coming in. And I'll just kind of focus my energy on that here. Okay. I have an older male that's coming forward, but he's kind of coming in a little bit slower. So let me see. I'm asking him to kind of, okay, there's an older male that's coming forward, and I feel like there would be a connection to having there would have been a garage, like they would have had a, I don't know if he worked on cars or there's something about working, I feel like there's a garage that I would have worked in or it would have been owned or something like this. And he's kind of coming in. It's funny because I get a feeling of a connection of the South or something, because he's kind of coming in with his hands in his pocket, like very nonchalant about it, and just very much like I'm just coming in to check on the place. And he's kind of got this really cool kind of older guy vibe to where he's just kind of being around him is kind of grounding. Like I feel like a little bit calm right now having him come through. I feel like this would be a grandfather connection for someone here. Does that make sense? Antique cars. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I feel like this is for you. And it's funny because he's just walking in with his hands in his pocket. And he's just, okay, there's something, wow, there's a lot of people I feel like there's a lot of transitions going on with people because there's a kind of a collective message here that's coming forward. But he's also making me feel like there's some transition coming for you. So your love story on fire. Does that make sense? I feel like there's a transition for you. And it feels like there's something about like perhaps a literal move or something. Yep, he'd had change jingling. Okay, yeah, I love that because he's totally like with his hand in his pocket. It's almost like where you can have that. Yes. Yeah, he keeps, I'm like, why do I have to keep looking at your pocket? That's funny. So that's what he's acknowledging. Okay. Okay. So he is acknowledging there's a transition that's coming up for you. I don't know if you're actually moving or what this is, but there's symbolisms around the car as well, and the fact that he's coming through talking about cars. Cars are a little bit, they're symbolic to kind of our physical body here on this earth while we're here. They're temporary. They're not intended to last forever. When we're done with the car, it goes to the ground, it goes away. And just same with us, our physical bodies go away and we go away, right? We're in spirit. And so we just no longer have that physical vehicle. So he's bringing this up. It's very symbolic in terms of some of the things that you're going through, but he's also bringing that up as a perspective for you because this is how you're waiting at the dealership. That's amazing. Seriously, I can't make that up. So you're waiting at the dealership right now for your car. That's awesome. So I also feel it's funny because he's also making me feel like he's kind of helping you with that process and making sure that it's being taken care of, that you're not getting kind of a bad deal on that. Because it's funny because he's showing me like, I don't know if one of the cars that you tried or something was clanking, but he's making me feel like, oh, BMW, wow, nice. I just feel like he's watching over you with that. And so he wants to just give you a lot of support with that. He's also wanting to acknowledge your mother. So I don't know if this would have been your mother's father, but he's acknowledging your mother. And so he's just giving you love. He's like term of endearment, like, hey kiddo, just wanting to say hi, and just giving you a lot of support but I feel like there's another transition for you. Okay, yes, I got 20% off, no reason. Oh, sweet. Okay, that was him. Okay, my mother is his daughter. Perfect. Okay, that's why he's acknowledging her. So he's just wanting to come in and say, please tell your mom that he came through. He really wants her to know that he's around and he sees what's going on. And he's making me feel like your mom has had some recent stresses lately. And he's giving me some chills right now that there's something emotionally that your mom's been kind of processing, or there's sadness. I'm not sure if it's, the stuff with going on in the world, the feeling with family, or what this is, but he's wanting to bring her a lot of comfort and saying that she's going to be okay, that things are going to be okay. So just please let her know that he came through, because he definitely wants to give her his love. He's making me feel like he's not a man of many words. He wasn't always very vocal, but he was always sending that love and giving it to who needed it. So just know that. So thank you. I'm so glad that he was able to come in. I read your note, 20% off. So, all right, perfect. Let me see here. Okay, let me see if there's anything else here. I'm just kind of going through and I'm just gonna, okay, let me see, Tina. Okay, Tina, let me see if I can bring in Shauna. I want to make sure, in Linda. And again, I apologize, but I'm just gonna ask Spirit if there's anyone that wants to come through for either one of you, that they just come through here. Okay. I do have an older female that's coming forward. I feel like she's heavier set. She's kind of coming in like this, like kind of a little wobbly in. I feel like that was just kind of her stature. She wasn't very put together. She just kind of was all about comfort and just kind of coming in that space. And she's hi Tristan, hi Bridget, thanks for joining. She's kind of waddling in. I feel like there might be a connection with the southern area. I feel like there might be with her. I feel like, I don't know, Tina, if this is for you, but I feel like I'm more drawn to you. There's a connection here. I don't know if this would be your mother or like a grandmother for you, but I feel like her coming through. She's also acknowledging there would have been something with her tooth. Like, I don't know if she had missing teeth or there's something in the back where she had teeth. She's just bringing up the back of her teeth. And so I feel like that, I don't know if she had crowns or what this is, but she's bringing this up as well. And she's making me feel like she could be grouchy at sometimes for people that didn't know her. The feeling of like sometimes she would be a little, you have to know her in order to understand the way she's coming through. But she's also making me feel like like there's something with her feet. Like, I don't know if her feet hurt sometimes, but she's making me feel like she was just like her body, like it was hard to carry sometimes. Would you understand this? Let me see. Yeah, she just keeps waddling in. She's just waddling. Let me see what else she has to say here. Okay. And there might be an M name connected to it. Okay, you said Aunt maybe. I'm getting an M name that's connected, like Mabel, my something, Tina. Okay, so that makes sense, the M name. Okay, let me see what else she has to say here. Yeah, it's funny because I'm almost showing that there's something important about her wearing shoes that were comfortable on her feet that she could take easy off and on. Like, for example, like Crocs. I'm not saying she wore Crocs, but it's the feeling of like her being able to take them off and on easily without being like, I don't like laces in my shoes is what she's making me feel like. I want them to be convenient for me. So she's bringing this up as well. And she's also acknowledging, she's acknowledging your father. And so I don't feel like this would be I feel like this would almost be like she's connected to you through your father. I don't feel like she's married to your father. So if that makes sense. So it feels like it might be more of an aunt for someone. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting, do you understand this? Would it be connected to your father? Okay, I'm just gonna wait a moment here. It looks like a couple of people saying that it might be connected. Mother was Martha. Okay, Martha. Oh, wow, we have two Marthas? Okay, that's crazy. Sometimes they'll blend their energies in together too, but I'm asking them to kind of, I'm asking them to get really clear. Okay, okay, so Tina, that makes sense for you. Okay, okay, so it's funny because she's literally, I'm just gonna give you what she's giving me because I don't feel like she's someone who was always like very like, she didn't always articulate herself very well. She's kind of coming through like that, but she's literally laying out a picnic table, like putting a cloth on a picnic table. And I feel like this feeling of people getting together, it feels like there might be a picnic or there might be a get together with family or something. But she's also making me feel like she just was informal. She wasn't one of those people that was a big to do, wasn't a big show. And she was just kind of more casual with things. She actually didn't, stepmom, Monica, she had a hard time walking and was okay. Mama cat. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's why I was like not being able to pronounce it. Okay. So this would be connected to your dad. Okay. Right. If it's your stepmom. Okay. Got it. That's why she's putting herself to the side. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So Tina, I do feel like I am with you. Would you understand something with her throat too? I don't know if there would have been something like, I don't know if this is throat cancer, if there was something where she might have like, what do you call it when you like a smokers, like a like a something like that where they don't there was something not legally married. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, that, yeah, this, it's kind of an interesting thing dynamic that she's bringing up. But I want to talk about something with her, like if she had a scratchy voice or there was something with her, or I don't know if she smoked or something, but I feel like there would have been something with her throat. I don't know if, again, if it was throat cancer or what this is, but she's making me feel like she would have had something with the throat going on. Does that make sense? She keeps pointing to her throat. Let me see what else she has to say. Okay, and she's also, do you also have a sister, Tina? Okay, she had throat cancer. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, so then I definitely know that I'm with you. Okay. Um, she she's acknowledging you have a sister as well, but she's making me feel, okay, let me say it this way. I don't want to misinterpret this. There's a girl that I feel like would be a sister to you. This, I don't know if it's her daughter, because it's like the stepmom, but I feel like this feeling of you guys not always connecting. There's this feeling of not always connecting. So I don't know if it was your daughter or her daughter and you, or what this is, but she's making me feel like there was a distance at times and there wasn't a clear read on each other. Like, how do we interact? Do we like each other? She's bringing up this dynamic in terms of this relationship with another female that I feel like would be a sister to you. Does that make sense? I feel like it's connected to her. So that's what she's bringing. Okay, got it. Okay, so okay, so she's bringing, let me just see what she has to say here. Okay, but are you not talking with your sister as well? Like, do you guys not communicate very often? Because I feel like she wants to bridge this. I feel like she wants to kind of step in and help on this. Okay, you didn't get along with your sister. Okay, she didn't get along with my sister. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Let me see here. Okay, that's interesting. She's making me feel a sense of jealousy. So if she didn't get along with your sister, it was a feeling of being jealous or something like this. A little bit of a jealousy. Okay. She's making me feel like she was, yeah, let me just ask her here what she wants to say in terms of this energy. She just put her hand on her heart and she just said, I had a rough life and things were really hard for me. She's saying growing up as well, there's a lot of things from her past. She was, I feel like, I don't know if she would have grown up on a farm. You may not know this and that's fine, but she's making me feel like she had to work all the time. And okay, sister is jealous of me and daddy. Okay. I just got chills. She's making me feel like this feeling of things being difficult and that, there's sometimes in life where people wish they had more than they did instead of appreciating what they had. And she's making me feel that was that her. And she reflected that. So that jealousy, she had that jealous streak because she was someone who always wanted something she didn't have. So, and it's funny because she's bringing this back up what I was talking about at the beginning, that it's all about having gratitude for what you have and the rest will come in. But some people are stuck in that space of, well, if I only had this, I'd be happy. And she's making me feel she was just kind of that angry, bitter type of energy when she was alive, that she felt like nothing was good enough. She didn't have anything. And even if you would have given her something, it felt like it wasn't sufficient for her. And so she's just wanting to acknowledge that and kind of apologizing for the way she came across so gruff is what I'll say. And she's making me feel like she's kind of done some of the healing of the heart and she sees where she was really cruel in some ways and she's apologized. She just keeps saying, I'm sorry for that. I had no idea how many blessings in life I had until I crossed over and saw them. And she's saying that had to do with her throat cancer as well. And I'm asking her more about that because she's making me feel like there's something about the throat and the receiving and the, okay, thank you. She's saying the acknowledgement. I never acknowledged anyone for anything. I never showed any sort of appreciation. And sometimes it's a physical act, but sometimes it's just saying thank you or giving gratitude. And so she's saying, I didn't do that. And so that caused, I never want to say a disease does, but I mean, if we're being honest and anyone has watched the Heal documentary, you really have an understanding of how physical diseases are a manifestation of the way that we kind of carry ourselves in our actions or belief systems and all that stuff. So in most cases, I don't want to make a generalized statement, but she's acknowledging that as well. So she just wants to, I don't think I understand what that's asphyxiated. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But she's just wanting to acknowledge that and apologize for that. And she wants to say thank you, just thank you. So she went into the hospital, never came home. Okay, so she's kind of pulling her back, her energy, and she's just wanting to give you thanks and gratitude. And your dad is still here, is that correct? Because she's saying, she's making me feel like take care of your dad. Vomit got in her lungs. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, man. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yes, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, wow. It's that expressing and it kind of got expressed inward versus out. Okay, yeah, it went in and it didn't come out. That's interesting. But I feel like she wants to, your father's still here, Tina, is that correct? Let me see here. Okay, me and daddy take care of her. Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Because she's just said, please take care of your dad. Please take care of your dad. So I was like, is he still here? So she's just acknowledging your dad and wants to, that's part, okay, I understand why she's also giving you gratitude for that, for taking care of your dad. She says you're an unsung hero and you do a lot to take care of him and you don't ask anything in return. And she just really wants to, she's seeing how your heart is so, you have a beautiful heart and she wished she would have realized that when she was here. So I just want to leave you with that message. So So thank you for that. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more and see if anyone else comes in. And I apologize if I've missed anyone. Okay. Okay, so divine feminine rising. Oh, hi. Let me see. Could you ask about Summer Taylor? She was killed in Seattle and was my cousin's child. I would appreciate. Oh, whew. Okay, my heart just got really okay. Let me bear with me a moment here, because I'm feeling into the emotions of the situation with Summer, and I feel like it's very getting what. Oh, there's a wow. Okay, I'm definitely getting a lot of emotion attached to this. There's a lot of emotion. I'm getting the 15. I don't know if it's a 15 of the month or she's 15. I don't know what this is, but I'm getting a 15 really strong. And I'm just asking, let me see. Now, are they aware that she may be crossed over as well? I don't want to, and there's something, oh, she was killed. You're saying she was, okay. There's something significant about the number 15 with her. And she's also, she's also acknowledging there's something connected with a man. I don't know if there was an older male that would have been responsible for her passing, but I feel like it was a situation. She was killed in a BLM protest. Okay, okay. It feels like there's something to do with another male, though. There would have been another male that would have been responsible for this. Now, do you understand the number 15? It's very significant, very significant. I don't know if she was 15. I don't know if she was killed on the 15th, but there's something to do with 15, and she's not letting down about that. So she's bringing that in really strong. I feel a younger energy from her, and if she's older, then there's a 27-year-old hit her. Okay. There's something about a 15-year-old. And I said 15-year-old. I was getting 15, but I feel like there's a 15. So I don't know if she has a 15, if there's a 15-year-old that's connected to her, but there's something about the age of 15 that's really significant with her. Let me see here, what else? Okay. But you understand, okay, her mother, okay. Would you understand she would have been hit from behind and she wasn't aware of it coming? There was something about being hit, like I don't know if she was struck in the head and fell down or what this is, but I'm seeing something come from behind me. And it's like, didn't even know it happened. And I feel like, would you understand, she's bringing up the curly hair as well. I'm just trying to make sure I'm connecting with her energy, this girl that I'm getting that's coming in, but she's kind of showing me from behind. I feel like, I don't know if she had tight curls or if there would have been curl hair, but she's bringing up the curly hair. Does that make sense? Let me see here. Okay, I know they were running away. Okay, because I feel like it was from behind and she didn't see it coming. So that's what she's bringing up here. Let me just see what else here. Okay. She's saying she's acknowledging confusion in the process. Not curly hair. Okay, I'm not sure what the curly hair is, but there's something symbolic to the curly hair. I don't know if this would be her mom or what this is, but there's another female that's connected to her that has curly hair. So did anyone else pass in that situation? Would there have been the man who hit her had curly hair? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm keep getting the curly hair. So she's just validating that she saw the curly hair. When she passed, that was what she saw. Like it was that's all she saw. And so sometimes when I'm dealing with a situation like this, they'll show me what they saw right before they crossed over. So she's acknowledging the curly hair that's connected, and she just was kind of like this and boom. And so she's acknowledging. Okay. Would you understand there's a little girl that's connected to her, though? I don't know if this would be like a niece to her, a daughter to her, but there's another little girl that's connected to her. And there's a feeling, unless she's bringing up his daughter, would you understand that okay, let me just tell you what she's giving me. Because I don't know if this is her daughter or what this is, but she was really upset about the situation with the daughter. Now, I don't know if this has to do with the little girl that's been left behind with all of this, with George and what's happened with that situation, his daughter, but that really bothered her. Like I'm seeing a lot of anger towards like, you don't do that. Like you don't leave the little girl behind, and the feeling of like, this isn't right. So I feel like any sort of anger or frustration came as a result of that. And so that's where she was really upset about that. And so that was kind of a motivating factor for her, because okay, that would make sense. Okay. Because she's really upset that that little girl doesn't have her father anymore. So that was part of all of this that came about as well. And so that was really her motivation around this. Yeah, I get a very caring, I feel a motherly energy from her, whether she had children or not. It was like the world's children are her children, and she doesn't ever want to see a child suffer. And so that was not okay for her. And so she really wants to, she wants her to understand, and she's saying she wants her mom to understand this, that was why, that it was so much bigger than her, and it's that fighting for what's right. And so she's also, was this, gosh, I just heard June 27th. So I don't know if there would have been something symbolic to June 27th. I know that just passed. I don't know, but there's something around the end of June that would have been symbolic too in her crossing. I don't know if they would have had the funeral. We do know that. Okay. You do know about the June 27th. I'll keep going here, but she's making me feel there would have been something symbolic on June 27th. It was the 4th of July. Okay, there's something about June 27th too. So I don't know if she started doing that or what that was, but there's something, you can go back in and maybe validate it with her mom, but there's something about June 27th that she's bringing up here. Yeah, there's a stretch there. I feel like she was out there multiple days. Let me just see what she's saying here. Okay. Do you have contact with her mother? Because she wants her mother to know that she's around. She wants to let her mom know. Would you have, I'm just asking her what message she wants to give. Okay, she's showing me her mom to look out a window, because her daughter comes through, like, I feel like there might be a butterfly or something that comes by the window, and she's acknowledging that that's her way of communicating with her mom. There's something symbolic about her wanting to get, like, it's almost like the reason why she's coming through the window more than anything, when the mom looks out the window, because she wants her mom to kind of get out. And I feel like her mom is in this, I mean, rightfully so, is in a space where she just wants to stay home and not do anything. And I mean, granted, the life that we're living right now. However, it would do her soul some good to kind of get out there and get some fresh air. So yeah, so please let her mom know. I feel like, okay, she's telling me that when her mom, I don't know if this exists or if it needs to exist or what this is, but she's showing me a garden, and there's a little space where a chair, and I don't know if this is going to be a memorial for her or what this is, but I literally see like a little brick concrete chair on the outside, and there's a little space for her, and it's like a little garden, a little memorial. And so it's important. So if she doesn't have this currently, she needs to set this up in her backyard or someplace to where she can go out, because she will be able to communicate with her mom through that means there. That's how her mom can connect with her in a way of getting out. So please make sure that she has that message, and that she's around her mom. But she's saying it's hard for her mom to hear her right now. Her mom is so deep into the space of grief, she's not seeing the connections that she's trying to give to her. So it will get easier. So I send my apologies. I'm so sorry. And if her mom would like to connect with me, whenever is most convenient for her, and when she's ready, please have her reach out. So thank you. I hope that was helpful. Let's see, I think that is her yard for her grandparent. Okay, perfect. Grandparents' mother's backyard. Okay, yeah, that would be beautiful, because she's acknowledging that there's going to be something there if it's not already there. So I know, Laura, thank you. It's so nice for you. Thank you so much for joining. It's so nice to reconnect there. So bless you as well. So all right, I'm going to try to do one general. I feel really let me just see here if there's, I just want to, yeah. Okay, just really quickly, somebody's coming through and showing, and I'm not seeing the face, but there's someone that has a crystal or like a gem of someone's. there's somebody has a like a there would be, it's like a crystal gem or something. Let me see. I don't know if this is like a, what is this, ruby? I'm hearing like ruby. I'm seeing like ruby. Would anyone know the connection with the ruby? I feel like this is a family thing. There would be connection with the family. Okay, if that doesn't make sense with anyone, they're showing me a ruby. It's okay, something, the feeling of something being lost, or the ruby or something. There's something about a ruby. There's a family heirloom. There's connection there. If not, I'll keep going. Yeah, they're not even showing me their face. They're showing me a ruby. Does that make sense for anyone? Okay, your great grandma. Okay. Okay. Let me ask her what, okay. Oh, she wants to, okay. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I understand what she's saying to me now. Okay, so she's making me feel like, let me give this message here, because I feel like it might apply to some of you, and that's why she's not identifying her face. So I do feel like this is a collective message for some of you. There's an acknowledgement of the feeling of feeling a little like loss of love, and the feeling of not having that in your life at this time, and the feeling of wanting that connection. And so she's making me feel like it's kind of like that feeling hopeless about the situation of romance and love and connection. Okay, it was an heirloom ruby ring. Okay. Okay, Sunny, I feel like, I know this is for you as well. I definitely feel this connection for you. But she's making me feel like, don't lose hope with the way things are going. Things are going exactly how they're supposed to be. But don't lose hope, because when we start to think about losing hope about like romance, love, any sort of love in life, it kind of eludes us. And so she's really acknowledging the fact of like, again, going back to the appreciation of acknowledging the love that's in your life, whatever form that looks like, and accepting it as such. And then that will bring more love into your life. And so I don't know if that makes sense or if that's helpful, but I really feel like I want to tell you, don't give up. And I'm not sure if there's what that would be in relation to, but I feel like I want to say, don't give up in terms of love, because you've always had it. It's more of the energy of acknowledging that you have it, so that it can bring more into your life. And so I feel like it's for you, Sunny, but I feel like that relates to a few other people as well. There's something symbolic about them not showing me their face, that they wanted to acknowledge that as well. So, okay, so absolutely, I'm glad that was helpful. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna drop, and it's been so nice. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me, I'll be back on again. Actually, Tina and I are going to start. She was going to be on with me, but she had some things going on. So we'll be back on again next week. So if I didn't give you any messages and you needed them, please join again next week. I'll be doing more with Tina, and Tina's amazing. So when her energy comes on with me, it's amazing. So we'll be able to give even more readings next week. So everyone, please take care of yourself and others, and just be well. All right. Have a good one. And yeah, take care of others. All right. Bye.